Good morning, friends. Myself, NB Patil from Pune Institute of Computer Technology. So, in the previous sessions, we have gone through the constructional details, operating principle of DC shunt motor. So, I will introduce one platform of virtual laboratory created by IIT Bombay, and this is an initiative under Ministry of Human Resource and Development, Government of India. So, where you can realize the experiments you can perform at your end, okay, and we can draw some concrete conclusion based on that. So speed control of so DC shunt motor by field resistance control I will introduce today. So with this platform you can see there are various uh, tabs over here like aim, theory, pre-test, procedures, simulation, post-test. So today I will take you with this aim. We'll discuss a theory in short, will take you to the procedure, and directly I will take you to the simulation page. So the aim of the experiment here, speed control of DC motor by field resistance control in detail. To study the speed control of DC motor by field resistance control, draw the graph between armature current and motor speed by varying the field resistance. So friend, there are two techniques. One is armature control method, second is a field control method. So we'll try to understand the field control. So before I take you further in detail, we'll just short in we'll go with the theory. As you know, this is a circuit diagram for the DC shunt motor. The name itself indicates shunt. That means the armature winding and the field winding both are connected in parallel with each other. So this is armature, okay, then this is a field winding, and these are the additional resistance connected in series with armature called as armature resistance, additional resistance connected. This is field additional resistance connected. So no doubt one thing is very sure, that either you control a applied voltage, that is a supply voltage, okay, to control the speed of the motor, that is armature control method. And second thing, you control the field current. Controlling the field current, we are controlling the magnetic field. And as you are familiar with the relation that EB is equal to 5PNZ by 60E. So with this relation we understand that the speed of the motor, okay, and the field, they are inversely proportional with each other. So today we'll focus for the field control method. Means what we are doing, we are keeping the supply voltage constant. Keeping supply voltage constant will vary the field rheostat, and by varying the field rheostat we'll see the variation in the speed of the DC motor. So I will take you to the procedural part. So very beautifully explain the procedure over here with respect to the circuit arrangement. Okay, the connections are explained over here, how to make the connections from point to point. Okay, and let's get familiar. The complete connections are ready over here. Actually the same connections we have to do in the simulation page over there. So this is a MCB, then there are terminal, okay, through which you can extend the wires through the voltmeter, ammeter. Then this is a DC motor setup with 4 connections. 2 are meant for the armature and 2 are meant for the field. So these are the additional rheostats or resistances. This is field resistance, this is armature resistance, okay. This is this front view of the DC motor. So it will show you the rotation of the motor, and accordingly the current will vary, the voltage will vary. Also we will be able to take the certain set of readings. Later on we can plot the graphs and we can conclude on that. So there are few points here mentioned as well, along with how to make the connections. If it shows alert incorrect connections, then press reset button and make the connections again. We have to make the connections very carefully. If something goes wrong, we have to reset it completely. If it shows alert correct connections, then turn on the MCB. So everything is well, we can proceed further. Okay, then set the voltmeter first with the help of the second slider. Okay, now move the first slider to get the corresponding values of the ammeter and the speedometer. Press the add to table button to insert the values in the table. After inserting the values on the table, click on the plot graph to get your required graph. So very well explained over here, and the link and the details I will share with you in today's session. So before that, I will demonstrate this in front of you. So I will take you to the simulation page over here. So here we go with the direct simulation for this experiment, and I will explain how to make the connections and how we can simulate the complete setup over here. So give me some time, I have to make the connections over here. So as per the points mentioned with respect to the circuit arrangement, we have to make the connections here. So A goes to K, then A goes to Y, then A to J. Okay, so this is with respect to the circuit. Then B to P. Okay, then E to M, we have to find out E. Yes, this is E to M. It will take some time, bear with me. Then F to D. Okay, then G to R. Okay, I need to find G. This is G to R. Okay, then H to I. So very beautiful platform which give you the complete exposure. Sitting at home, you can perform this experiment. You can experience this. Then C to H. Yes, I will do it over here. Yeah, C to H. Then Q to L, the last connection. Q, where is Q? Q to L. So my friends, so this is nothing great actually. The way the circuit is prepared, okay, accordingly the connections are made. We have to remember that output voltage is constant. Now, output. Okay, before I take you further, let's check the connection. See here, there are three knobs: check, reset, and add to table. So by pressing check, I can check out whether the connections I made it correct or not. Then if something goes wrong in the connections, yeah, by default you have to reset all the connections. Remember this. And then here you can see the observation table. Okay, we'll get a graph over here, and later on you can take the print of this as well. So let's proceed. Let me check it first. Okay, correct connections, proceed to take the reading. So everything is well, my friends. So in field control method, as I told you, we have to keep the armature voltage constant, and that is maximum. So I will consider the motor is rotating with some constant speed, so I will keep it maximum. Or okay, make the connection first. The message is over here, so I think I need to turn on this MCB first. So I will, this is off, this MCB is in off state. I will turn on this. Okay, okay, you can see I will vary this. Okay, let me check it. Okay, fine, I will vary the field now. Okay, see, when I varied this rheostat on the right side, okay, some constant voltage is applied to the motor. Okay, and now I will add this first reading where current is 0, speed is also 0. Okay, so I slowly vary this rheostat now. Okay, so this is the first reading we have. You can see the motor started rotating now. So I varied the field current. Let's observe what is available with this reading. So I will add to this table what I found. Okay, the armature current is 0.1 and the speed of the motor is 2500. Okay, so this is not armature current, this is the field current. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so next I will take a second step. Okay, this is next reading, and you can see here, my friends, zero point 0.2. Okay, and the speed of the motor decreases. Okay, then third reading. Okay, so you can see here, as the field current increases, okay, I repeat, the field current increases, the speed of the motor is decreasing. I will take you further to the next reading. Okay, this is fourth one. We will add to the table. Okay, you can see now it is reaching to 1930. Okay, next. Okay, so 1700. One more. Okay, and we'll stop over here, and you can see, so field current and the speed of the motor is inversely proportional. So what is the outcome? What you understand? So if it's a 1500 rpm motor over here, okay, so above rated speed, rated to above rated speed can be obtained using this field control method. So we'll plot a graph now. So with this set of readings, this is a graph with me. What you observed, initially the speed is very high, okay, and as we go on increasing the field current, okay, the speed of the motor decreases. So that's all, my friends. Okay, some more questions we'll try to discuss here onwards. Okay, thank you very much.